It's the type of story so gripping that it made it to the silver screen. The Killing Fields, the 1984 drama depicting the civil war in Cambodia during the 70s. But for Sopheap Ly, this wasn't just a movie. She lived it.
Very scary. Like that night, I remember walking with a lot of people in the family.
Sophie was just 5 years old when soldiers from the Cambodian communist regime called Khmer Rouge forced her and her family out of their home by gunpoint. The Khmer Rouge herded millions of people from the city to the countryside to impose their communist philosophy of agriculture over industry.
Confused, fearful, everything all in my mind. I don't know what all those angry soldiers are coming for. I was happy before that. And then that's when I was forced to live in the countryside and work in the rice field for many, many hours.
14 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 4 years. Thousands of children forced into slavery. Inside the walls of this former Khmer Rouge prison, these paintings depict the terror Sophie and the other refugees faced: starvation, beatings, and murder.
People drag off the house in front, killing in front all the time during the Khmer Rouge regime.
You saw it with your own eyes as a little kid.
Yeah, beaten, snatched away from family.
The most painful example of the brutality of war, she didn't actually witness, but it's left a scar that's never fully healed.
I was crying all the time when I found out my dad was killed.
Sophie's beloved father, her hero, was decapitated.
I still love my dad even 32 years later.
He was gone, but the words he always told her stuck with her. No dream is beyond your reach. It's what kept her going despite the devastation all around her. About 2 million people killed by execution, torture, disease, and starvation. Sophie thought she'd be next. But in 1979, Vietnamese troops invaded Cambodia, weakening the Khmer Rouge and ending the nightmare.
Very free to move around, but still very poor country. Different aunts and relatives and so on were compacted in like a small apartment. And we didn't have any running water, we didn't have any toilets. And that's when I saw like some of the relative pictures from abroad. They have a very good life in America, and that's when I want to come.
She and her family fled by boat to a United Nations refugee camp in Thailand, a step closer to her dream of living in America.
I have to move forward and left my country behind.
After 3 years, Sophie and her family were chosen to come to America.
I was so happy. I cannot dream. I can never dream it come true.
In June of 1987, when she was 16, Sophie finally got her wish to live in America. But this great land of opportunity wasn't what she'd imagined.
But then I saw people homeless sitting on the street too. And that's where it hit me. I'm like, wow, is my America dream come true? Why have all these homeless people somewhere?
The rough neighborhood she lived in Santa Ana, California, reminded her of another war zone.
Not similar to Killing Field, but a lot of robbery, a lot of gang shootings. We saw police every night. I tried to do my homework at night. It was hard.
Her studies were her outlet, but her father continued to be her inspiration.
Every time I encounter a lot of hardships, I have to press forward. Like, I have to make sure I achieve the dream for my dad.
And she has, graduating high school, then college at Cal State Fullerton, then medical school at Howard University. Today, she works as a physician at a VA clinic in Vista.
My veteran patients have so many connections with me. We come from the war together. One of my patients told me, oh, maybe you were the one that I rescued. I go, yeah, maybe. I was young running. Now it's time to give back.
She also gives back as an assistant professor of medicine at UCSD. But she's now hoping to reach a wider audience as an author. Her book, No Dream Beyond My Reach, her gift to inspire others to dream big.
It doesn't matter where you start in life. It's how you finish in life. Any dream you can achieve. People are gonna give you opportunity only once. Sometimes they forget to give you opportunity, but you can ask for it. So if you have a dream, go chase it, treasure it, achieve it. Don't let it go away.
Jessica Chang, Channel 4, San Diego.